So here we go. The Agile Manifesto. And here's the quote. We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Through this work, we have come to value individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. That is, while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. Wow. Wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's representative of the direction the tech industry is moving in general?
Ish, I guess. There are times when you can't avoid, what we call waterfall, which is what Agile is kind of against to some degree, philosophically, where waterfall is you design everything up front, like completely. You have like a product spec. It's like a comprehensive document, and you sign off with like the client. These are things that you see more in like, for example, any sort of interfacing with the government or anything like that. They need to, sign off on something before you actually implement it, from what I know. But yeah, no, I think it's I think it's like relatively representative of how tech operates in general to some degree, although there is this excellent article. I forget like exactly the title of it. It talks a lot about the Agile. I wish I remembered the exact name of it, but it talks about how Agile was kind of conceived of as like kind of like an anarchist conception of how software should be made. And it in a lot of ways, it does like take away like the top heavy sort of processes away from like, some other folks, and then puts it back to the engineers so we can like discuss freely about what, and sometimes the why of like why we're implementing this. And then over time got co-opted by kind of corporations or like, organizations in general to kind of put back the top down sort of elements into it. So there's like a lot of autonomy to some degree, but we are just implementers to some degree, right? Like we can't decide everything.
What about input? Are you ever allowed to give your input about why? The why?
Yeah, they have the power to like say, okay, who cares?
Yeah, but I mean, like, will they even listen?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it's there's every now and then there are like times when we do have to give input to like the actual product, because, for example, like, the thing that they're asking for product wise would result in some like it's something that just like isn't realistic at all, like engineering wise at all. Like, it's like some wild moonshot or something. And so, we would probably propose like a separate or like something that kind of fulfills it, right? Maybe. And then they can ruminate on that.
I mean, isn't that how the process should go anyway, right? Like, shouldn't they come with like a goal, like an idea, and then like shouldn't the engineers and the product like developers, shouldn't you guys be working together to a certain extent before they solidify what the product is going to be and spec it out?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of happens, sort of, but not really. I mean, in the sense of there's like these like specific, we call them ceremonies, like specific touch points in like the Agile process where, that's for certain things kind of, but there's one ceremony, I think, I guess, I don't know, it's a backlog grooming or something, where you just kind of like go through the list of stuff that you need to do. And then you just kind of like figure out whether we need something or not, or whatever else. I don't know, but I'm just trying to think of like whether any team that I've been on has it had any meaningful effect on like the product, or product direction. I don't think so. No, actually, I can think of examples where there's like more drastic action that needed to happen to stop like a product from going out, for example. Um, you know, I'm thinking of like, say Google and Amazon, like, their military contracts, things like that. Yeah, there needed to be like work stoppages and whatnot in order for that to kind of temporarily stop, I think.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.